vciso-au Cyberwatch, 17th of January 2026. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief powered by vciso-au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Yeswanth Badeda, DW Report, ANZ, None Australia, None News from Deep Web, Dark Daily Web, Genesis Ransomware, Hits Upper Township, and Deadman Gray. The Genesis Group claims to have breached multiple organizations, listing them on their dark web leak site on January 15, 2026. The latest list of alleged victims posted by the group includes Deadman Gray Property Consultants, a full-service real estate company based in the United Kingdom, specializing in property auctions, sales, and commercial property. Upper Township, a local municipal-level organization located in New Jersey, United States. According to the actor, the group has exfiltrated significant amounts of sensitive information from both entities. Force Ouvrière, allegedly hit by data breach. Exposing member info. Force Ouvrière, FO, one of France's major trade union confederations, has allegedly been compromised in a targeted cyber incident. A database purporting to belong to the syndicate has been leaked on a cybercrime forum, raising concerns about the security of member information. The leaked files reportedly contain personal and financial details associated with the organization. Critical WordPress plugin vulnerability exposes 40,000+ sites. A critical security vulnerability, tracked as CVE 2026-23550, CVSS score 10.0, has been identified in the WordPress Modular DS plugin, exposing more than 40,000 websites to active exploitation. The flaw allows attackers to bypass authentication controls and gain full administrative access without valid credentials, leading to complete site compromise. The vulnerability was published on January 14, 2026, and malicious activity has already been observed from known attacking IP addresses, confirming in-the-wild exploitation. Website administrators are strongly advised to immediately patch, disable the affected plugin, rotate admin credentials, and audit user activity to mitigate the risk of takeover. Microsoft takedown disrupts RedVDS cybercrime platform behind 40 Metas Plus fraud. Microsoft, in coordination with Europol and German authorities, has dismantled RedVDS, a cybercrime-as-a-service platform linked to more than $40 million in reported fraud losses in the US since March 2025. Through civil lawsuits filed in the United States and the United Kingdom, Microsoft seized domains hosting RedVDS's marketplace and customer portal, effectively crippling its operations. Active since 2019, RedVDS provided low-cost disposable Windows RDP servers that enabled large-scale phishing, business email compromise, and payment diversion attacks, with over 2,600 virtual machines sending nearly 1 million phishing emails per day. The infrastructure was tied to the threat actor Storm 2470 and used by groups associated with the Raccoon 0365 phishing ecosystem, contributing to the compromise of 200,000 accounts across 130,000 organizations worldwide. Arabian healthcare supply. Saudi Arabia allegedly breached with database access offered. On Cisco Zero-Day RCE Secure Email Gateway. Vulnerability. Exploited in the wild. Cisco has confirmed active exploitation of a critical zero-day vulnerability affecting Cisco Secure Email Gateway, SEG, and Secure Email and Web Manager, SEWM, appliances. The flaw is tracked as CVE 2025-22393 and allows unauthenticated remote code execution, RCE, with root-level privileges. The vulnerability is caused by insufficient HTTP request validation in the spam quarantine feature of Cisco async-OS software. Attackers can execute arbitrary commands by sending crafted HTTP requests to exposed spam quarantine interfaces. CVE 2025-20393 is classified under CWE 20, improper input validation, and carries a CVSS v3.1 score of 10.0. The issue is network accessible, with no authentication or user interaction required, impacting confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Exploitation primarily targets appliances where spam quarantine is enabled and internet exposed, commonly on port 6025. Cisco became aware of exploitation on December 10, 2025, with evidence showing attacks dating back to November 2025. Cisco Talos attributes the campaign to UAT 9686, UNC 9686, a China Nexus APT actor, with moderate confidence. Post-exploitation tooling includes a Python backdoor Aquashell, tunneling tools Aquatunnel and Chisel, and log-wiping utility Aquapurge. The activity targets telecommunications and critical infrastructure sectors, with objectives focused on cyber espionage, not ransomware. CISA added CVE 2025-20393 to the Known Exploited Vulnerabilities KEV catalog on December 17, 2025, mandating mitigation by December 24, 2025. No public proof-of-concept exploit is available as of January 2026, but automated scanning activity has increased. Cisco released security updates that also remove known persistence mechanisms, and no workarounds exist. Cisco Secure Email Cloud services are not affected, and Cisco advises customers to upgrade immediately and contact TAC to assess potential compromise. 2. New AWS console supply chain attack lets attackers hijack AWS GitHub repositories. Wiz Research disclosed a critical AWS code build misconfiguration that enabled unauthenticated takeover of AWS-owned GitHub repositories. The vulnerability impacted high-profile repositories, including AWS SDK JS v3, which powers the AWS Management Console. The issue originated from unanchored regular expressions used in code-build webhook filters for the actor ID parameter. Missing colons and doubles anchors caused the filter to match partial GitHub user IDs, allowing trust bypass. GitHub's sequential ID allocation, my all 200,000 IDs on day, enabled frequent Eclipse ID collisions. 4 AWS repositories were affected: AWS AWS SDK JS v3, AWS AWS-LC, Amazon Corretto Crypto Provider, and Open Data Registry. Attackers could mass create GitHub apps via the manifest flow to obtain Eclipse IDs matching trusted maintainers. Malicious pull requests triggered privileged code build executions without proper authorization. A proof of concept against AWS SDK JS v3 extracted a GitHub Personal Access Token, PT, from build memory. The stolen PT had repo and admin.repo-watch hook scopes, enabling collaborator invites and main branch pushes. Compromising the JavaScript SDK could have poisoned weekly NPM releases, affecting 66% of scanned cloud environments. The AWS console, which bundles recent SDK versions and user credentials, was also at potential risk. Wiz responsibly disclosed the flaw to AWS on August 25, 2025, halting escalation after proof-of-concept validation. AWS fixed the regex flaw within 48 hours, revoked exposed tokens, audited builds, and confirmed no exploitation. Public disclosure occurred on January 15, 2026, highlighting CI/CD pipelines as high-value supply chain targets. 3. China-linked hackers exploited Sitecore zero-day for initial access. Cisco Talos has identified an advanced threat actor tracked as UAT 8837. Believed to be linked to China, targeting critical infrastructure in North America. The threat actor has been active since at least 2025, primarily focusing on gaining initial access to targeted organizations. Cisco Talos assesses the China link with medium confidence, based on overlaps in tactics, techniques, and procedures, TTPs, with known China Nexus groups. UAT 8837's initial access methods include exploiting server vulnerabilities and leveraging compromised credentials. In a recent intrusion, the actor exploited CVE 2025-53690, a zero-day view state deserialization vulnerability in Sitecore products. The use of CVE 2025-53690 suggests access to previously undisclosed security flaws, according to researchers. Mandiant reported CVE 2025-53690 as an actively exploited zero-day in early September 2025. The Sitecore Zero Day was previously linked to the deployment of a reconnaissance backdoor named Weepsteel. Cisco Talos notes similarities between UAT 8837 and another China-linked actor, UAT 7290, which has been active since at least 2022. After network compromise, UAT 8837 conducts host and network reconnaissance using native Windows commands. The attackers disable RDP restricted admin to facilitate credential harvesting during post-exploitation. Post-compromise activity includes hands-on keyboard operations to collect sensitive data such as credentials. UAT 8837 predominantly relies on open-source and living-off-the-land tools, frequently rotating variants to evade detection. Observed tooling includes Go token theft, Rubius, Certipy, Sharphound, Impacket, Earthworm, and DW Agent for credential theft, AD enumeration, lateral movement, and persistence. In at least one incident, the attackers exfiltrated a DLL from a victim product, indicating potential preparation for future Trojanization or supply chain attacks. Ransomware victims: United States JR Advertising Specialties, Business Services Marketing, Cirrus Aviation Services, Aviation Transportation, Industrial Rivet and Fastener Company, Manufacturing, Automotive Supply, DigiCourse, Manufacturing, Oil and Gas Technology, Comenco, Technology, Wireless Infrastructure, La Maquia Group, Consulting, Design Build Services, Colombia, Grupo Roa, Agriculture and Food Production, Mozambique, CFM Mozambique, Transportation, Logistics, United Kingdom, NWIMS IT Group, Technology, IT Services, Switzerland Micro Precision, Precision Manufacturing, Luxembourg SJL Legal, Legal Services to Law Firm. Final note from vciso-au. Australia and New Zealand remain relatively untouched this week, but the global threat landscape continues to shift. Critical infrastructure, software supply chains, and endpoint security are under siege. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Yeswanth Bodeda.